Welcome back to another fairy tales video. Last time we read The Tortoise and the Hare, so now we're going to The Princess and the Pea. Once upon a time, there was a handsome prince who lived in a big stone castle with his father and mother, the king and queen. Despite his royal position, the prince was a very sad young man. He could often be found wandering the castle halls, leaving behind him a fresh trail of teardrops. The king and queen were worried. "You have everything a young man could want. What could be causing you such despair?" "Despair," pleaded his mother. "I have everything but the one thing I most long for, true love. I wish to have a princess at my side and a family of my own," said the prince. The king and queen agreed it was time for their son to marry, but there was no princesses left in the kingdom for him to woo. So they sent him on a journey around the world to find the princesses of his dreams. The prince was gone for many moons. He visited faraway countries, from China to Peru, and met dozens of nice princesses, but none captured the prince's heart. Discouraged, the prince returned home to his parents, who consoled him with 100 hugs and kisses. Some nights later, a terrible storm raged across the land. As the prince lay sleepless in his bed, he heard a banging on the castle's front door. Wrapped in a blanket, he descended the long, winding staircase to the entry hall. He pulled open the heavy wooden door, and standing there before him was a young woman soaked from head to toe and shivering from the freezing rain. As the prince raised his eyes to meet the girl's gaze, he fell instantly head over heels in love. "Come in, dear lady, come in," said the prince, who ushered her into the front parlor, where he gave her his blanket and a cup of hot chocolate with extra whipped cream. The king and queen awoke and rushed down to see what all the commotion was about. Through chattering teeth, the young woman introduced herself as Princess Angeline. She explained how she had been traveling with her chaperone when he was struck by lightning and killed. Lost and alone, she wandered along the road till she came to the castle. She thanked the king and queen for their hospitality, and especially the prince, whom she couldn't take her eyes off of. The queen could see her son was smitten with this beautiful girl, but how could she be sure the girl was telling the truth about who she was? Suddenly, she thought of a way. She called in one of her maids and asked her to place a single pea under the pile of tin mattresses in the guest room. Then the queen showed Angeline to her bed and bid her a good night's rest. That night, the love-sick prince dreamed only of the beautiful princess, but the princess did not dream of anything at all. In fact, she tossed and turned all night and barely slept a wink. The next morning, the queen asked the princess, "My dear, did you have a pleasant rest?" "Your Highness, I do not wish to sound ungrateful, but that was the most uncomfortable bed I've ever slept in. I felt as though I were lying upon a huge, jagged rock." "Aha!" the queen exclaimed, for she knew this girl must be a princess if she had the sensitivity to feel the pea beneath all those mattresses. A short time later, the prince and the princess were married. On their wedding day, the prince presented the princess with a special gift, a beautiful gold necklace with an unusual sparkling ball dangling from the end of the chain. You see, it was that very same pea she slept on, dipped in real gold and covered with glittering diamonds. From that day forward, the princess and her prince lived happily ever after. The end. Thanks for listening to this fairy tale story, The Princess and the Pea. I hope you join me next time for Cinderella. Bye, guys!